Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE is a massive organization. The promotion has numerous shows that air on television, streaming, and other platforms. These programs include Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Evolve, LFG, and Speed, among others. With so many active shows, the sports entertainment juggernaut has to juggle a large roster. With that comes the need for management to keep the roster in check. It cannot just be up to Triple H or Shawn Michaels to handle such issues, as they already have enough on their plate. As a result, there are 4 general managers in the company, namely Adam Pearce, Nick Aldis, Ava, and Stevie Turner. Adam Pearce runs Monday Night Raw, arguably the most chaotic show, and hence the one that is seemingly the most difficult to manage. To help keep people in line, Scrap Daddy has been known to suspend, fire, or fine wrestlers when necessary. Below are 5 WWE superstars Adam Pearce has punished for their controversial actions over time. Bronson Reed is a dominant superstar currently assigned to the Monday Night Raw brand. He is a former WWE NXT North American champion and has injured numerous stars with his tsunami splash. On the September 16, 2024, edition of Monday Night Raw, Bronson and Braun Strowman had a war that became all too common during that period. As the skirmish went on, Reed shockingly picked up a fan at ringside and threw him at the monster among men. Adam Pearce reacted by publicly fining Oscilla. However, this didn't stop the madness as the two went on to have an insane last monster standing match, with Bronson remaining a threat until he was injured in November at Survivor Series. Brock Lesnar is one of the most dominant superstars in WWE history. He rose to the top of the card almost immediately in 2002. He then took a break from the company in 2004, but returned less than a decade later and remained dominant for years to come. On October 22, 2021, Brock Lesnar snapped following a loss at WWE Crown Jewel. This led to the Beast attacking the Bloodline, other stars, and even officials. Adam Pearce, who at the time oversaw both the red and blue brands, reacted in the moment and suspended the Beast. Unfortunately, the move backfired on Pearce. An angry Lesnar proceeded to hit the former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion with 2 F5s. Pearce may have regretted the decision, but he hid that fact on social media, at least. Bobby Lashley is currently known for his work in All Elite Wrestling, but his greatest success came in World Wrestling Entertainment. The Almighty won world titles multiple times in the Stamford-based promotion. On the December 12, 2022, edition of Monday Night Raw, former WWE champion Bobby Lashley lost his cool. He lost a match to Seth Rollins, thanks to an incident with a referee who happened to be dealing with a potential leg injury. Lashley felt he was ripped off and confronted the referee, after which another official came out, and the Almighty attacked. Adam Pearce then rushed out to discipline Lashley, only to get pushed for his troubles. The Raw general manager then proceeded to fire Lashley on the spot. Thankfully, the decision didn't turn out to be permanent, and the Almighty returned not too long afterwards. Drew McIntyre is a multi-time WWE champion and a consistent top dog in the global juggernaut. Perhaps most importantly, he has become one of the most compelling characters on television at present. McIntyre was seemingly going to have a great night at Money in the Bank 2024. He won the men's MITB ladder match and attempted to cash in his contract the same night, only for CM Punk to cost the Scottish Warrior the World Heavyweight title. Drew McIntyre snapped, and it led to a physical confrontation with Adam Pearce on the post-show, where he accidentally elbowed the Raw general manager in the face. The Scot was then suspended and fined for his behavior. Gunther is a former World Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental Champion, and NXT United Kingdom Champion. He has been a title holder for over 80% of his time with the Stamford-based promotion, and he is well on his way to becoming one of WWE's greatest performers. The Ring General lost the World Heavyweight Championship to Jey Uso at this year's Show of Shows. A visibly angry former champion threw a fit on the Raw after WrestleMania, where he had a physical confrontation with commentators Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. Gunther then put a vicious chokehold on McAfee, who'd taken a shot at the 37-year-old just before that, to protect his co-commentator Cole from the same fate. Due to his treatment of both Raw commentators, Adam Pearce suspended the ring general for an indefinite period. In the ever-evolving landscape of WWE, where chaos is a constant companion and drama unfolds weekly on live television, the role of authority has never been more scrutinized. Adam Pearce, WWE's on-screen official and respected executive, has found himself in the unenviable position of laying down the law when superstars go too far. From brutal assaults to unsanctioned returns and backstage chaos, Pearce has had his hands full with unruly talent disrupting the delicate balance of order and entertainment. In recent months, several superstars have crossed the line, leaving Pearce with no choice but to issue suspensions, fines, and even terminations. Most shocking of all is the indefinite suspension of Brock Lesnar following a chaotic return and the sudden firing of a former world champion for actions that stunned the locker room and WWE universe alike. Let's delve into the story behind the punishments, the reactions backstage, and the ripple effects shaking the WWE roster to its core. It all began on the Raw after WrestleMania 41, an episode meant to showcase fresh momentum and new beginnings. Instead, it descended into mayhem when Brock Lesnar, who had not been seen in months, made a shocking return. Without any formal booking or clearance, Lesnar stormed the ring during a main event between Cody Rhodes and Gunther, laying waste to both competitors in a brutal display of power. Steel steps, chairs, and a chilling F5 through the announce table sent a clear message. The Beast was back, and he wasn't asking for permission. The attack was deemed so violent that multiple referees and backstage officials were injured while trying to contain him. In response, Adam Pearce took immediate action. During the following SmackDown, Pearce announced that Lesnar had been suspended indefinitely without pay, citing gross misconduct, endangerment of talent, and failure to comply with WWE medical and legal guidelines. Backstage reactions were split, with some seeing the punishment as necessary, while others whispered that Lesnar's presence was crucial for ratings. Regardless, Pearce stood firm. "No one, not even Brock Lesnar, is above the law," he said in a stern statement. Lesnar's camp has remained silent, but rumors swirl that legal discussions are underway regarding the suspension. As shocking as Lesnar's suspension was, it paled in comparison to the abrupt firing of a former WWE champion. Drew McIntyre, once seen as the locker room's heart and soul, found himself on the wrong side of Pearce's wrath after a series of behind-the-scenes incidents culminated in a fiery on-air confrontation. Reports suggest that McIntyre had been increasingly frustrated with creative decisions, and tensions boiled over when he went off script during a live promo, airing grievances about management, direction, and lack of championship opportunities. What was meant to be a heated storyline segment quickly turned real as McIntyre called out Pearce by name and accused WWE of forgetting who carried the company during the hardest times. After the show, McIntyre was escorted out of the building. The next morning, Pearce held a meeting with top officials and, in an unprecedented move, terminated McIntyre's WWE contract effective immediately. "It's a decision I didn't want to make, but this is a workplace, and we all must be held accountable," Pearce stated during a press release. McIntyre has since changed his social media bios and removed WWE affiliations, though he has hinted at a new kingdom rising in cryptic posts that suggest he may not be gone from wrestling entirely. Another name that landed in hot water with Adam Pearce is Nia Jax. Known for her intense in-ring style, Jax has long been a polarizing figure among fans and peers alike. However, during a match on Raw against Liv Morgan, Jax executed a powerbomb on the steel steps that left Morgan concussed. The match was stopped, and medical officials tended to Morgan, who had to be stretchered out. While Jax claimed it was an accident, Pearce reviewed footage and consulted with producers. He concluded that Jax had ignored clear directives and escalated the match to unsafe levels. In a social media post, Pearce announced a 2-month suspension and mandatory retraining for Jax. Safety is not a suggestion, he emphasized. While Jax lashed out online, blaming favoritism and hypocrisy, the locker room seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. Several unnamed superstars privately applauded Pearce's decision, stating that accountability was long overdue in matches involving Jax. Then there's Dominic Mysterio, whose heel turn and involvement with the Judgment Day faction has earned him boos across arenas, and now heat from management. During a recent live event, Dominic reportedly hurled offensive language at fans in the front row, including a child, causing an uproar and complaints from parents in attendance. The incident, caught on a fan's phone and posted online, quickly went viral. WWE was forced to respond, and Adam Pearce once again stepped forward. Dominic was fined a significant five-figure amount and required to make a public apology during the next episode of Raw. The young star delivered the apology, albeit through gritted teeth, but Pearce was clear behind the scenes. One more infraction, and he would face suspension or worse. There's a line between playing a villain and genuinely offending people in a personal, real-world way, Pearce told producers backstage. While Dominic remains on TV, the Judgment Day's creative direction has shifted slightly, with a new focus on Finn Balor and Damian Priest, suggesting a potential distancing from the controversial heat magnet. Lastly, we turn to Chelsea Green, who crossed the line in a very different, but equally disruptive, way. Green, who has made a name for herself as an outspoken comedic thorn in Authority's side, took things too far when she hijacked a live episode of SmackDown. In a segment not scheduled on the run sheet, Green appeared unannounced during a women's championship contract signing and began berating both competitors, producers, and even Pearce himself. The segment threw off the timing of the show, forced a commercial break to be pulled, and infuriated the production team. Initially believed to be a work, it was later confirmed by multiple insiders that Green acted on her own volition, believing the stunt would go viral and prove her value to WWE. Pearce was not amused. Though not fired, Green was pulled from television for several weeks and removed from a scheduled Money in the Bank qualifier. In an internal memo, Pearce warned that repeated acts of disruption would lead to suspension. There's a fine line between initiative and insubordination, he stated. Since returning, Green has toned down her antics, though her relationship with Pearce remains icy on screen, and some say, off it too. As WWE continues to navigate the post-WrestleMania season with its usual mix of unpredictability and spectacle, Adam Pearce has emerged as one of the most powerful and polarizing figures in the company. Whether issuing suspensions, firing beloved superstars, or laying down the law on live television, Pearce is walking a tightrope between enforcing order and managing egos. Fans are divided. Some applaud his commitment to structure in an otherwise chaotic environment, while others view his actions as heavy-handed or overly corporate. Internally, however, Pearce has earned the respect of executives who value his ability to act decisively under pressure. It's not about being liked, Pearce reportedly told a closed-door talent meeting. It's about doing what's right, even when it's hard. The question now is how these punishments will reshape WWE's future. With Brock Lesnar on the sidelines, Drew McIntyre potentially bound for rival promotions, Nia Jax facing scrutiny, Dominic under watch, and Chelsea Green walking on eggshells, the ripple effect is undeniable. Other superstars are said to be on notice, and Pearce has made it clear that favoritism will not protect anyone. "We're entering a new era," he said in a recent interview, "one where actions have consequences, and if that means making unpopular decisions, so be it." As the WWE Universe looks ahead to the next premium live events and potential returns or departures, one thing is certain: the age of unchecked chaos may be coming to an end. In its place is a firmer, more structured WWE led by an authority figure who isn't afraid to make tough calls. Whether that makes Adam Pearce a hero, a villain, or simply a necessary force in today's wrestling world is up for debate. But one thing's clear: he's not backing down. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.